What it means to Nietzsche God is dead. God is dead is a famous statement made by the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. The phrase first appears in his 1882 work, The Gay Science, where it is repeated 3 times. It is also found in Nietzsche's work, Thus Spoke Zarathustra. The meaning behind this statement is not a literal declaration of the death of a divine being, but rather a philosophical and cultural commentary. Nietzsche's proclamation that God is dead is a reflection on the decline of religious beliefs, particularly the decline of Christian theology in the context of modernity and the Enlightenment, and he believed that advances in the science of reason and secularism had eroded the foundations of traditional religious beliefs. In Nietzsche's view, the loss of belief in a transcendent objective reality metaphorically represented as the death of God led to a crisis of values and a questioning of the traditional moral structure. The death of God, according to Nietzsche, had significant implications for human existence. With the loss of divine authority, individuals were left to face the world without the comfort of absolute moral guidance. This led to a nihilistic state, where traditional values and certainties were no longer valid. Nietzsche saw this as an opportunity for the individual to take responsibility for their own actions, embrace their own will to power, and create their own values rather than relying on external authorities. The concept of God is dead is interconnected with Nietzsche's broader philosophical ideas, including the notion of the Übermensch or Superman, who rises above traditional morality and social norms to create a new, self-affirming existence. Nietzsche aimed to challenge conventional thinking and encourage a reassessment of values and beliefs. God is Dead has significant philosophical implications for Nietzsche and his exploration of the decline of religious beliefs and the consequences this has on human existence, and this phrase is not a literal declaration of the death of a divine being, but rather a metaphorical expression of the loss of belief in a transcendent and objective reality, particularly the decline of Christian theology. Nietzsche attributed the death of God to the Age of the Enlightenment, during which advances in science and reason challenged traditional religious beliefs and undermined the foundations of faith, and he believed that reliance on reason and the embrace of secularism led to the erosion of religious certainties that had long served as a fundamental source of meaning and morality. With the death of God, Nietzsche saw a crisis of values emerge, leading to what he called nihilism. Nihilism refers to the belief that life lacks inherent meaning or value and traditional moral systems are no longer valid. Nietzsche did not see this crisis as entirely negative, and instead he saw it as an opportunity for individuals to take responsibility for their own lives and create their own values. Nietzsche encouraged the concept of the Übermensch, or Superman, who transcends conventional morality and social norms to embrace a self-affirming and creative existence. By proclaiming that God is dead, Nietzsche challenged prevailing cultural and moral norms, inviting individuals to question and re-evaluate their beliefs. He wanted people to face the world without the comfort of absolute moral guidance, urging them to find their own path and meaning in a world that had lost its traditional religious underpinnings. God is Dead represents Nietzsche's critique of the decline of religious beliefs and the impact this has on human existence and values. It is a call for individuals to embrace their own existence and responsibility and forge their values and create meaningful lives in the absence of traditional religious certainties. Read and listen to Friedrich Nietzsche's free ebooks and audiobooks at Virtual Books.